Yo. Actually, wait a second. What do I have? I guess it's about the best this webcam's going to do. I got to figure out a way to get the other camera set up because this is super like iOS looks like it must be like 7,000 or something. So just going to use this as a way of doing a slightly longer video. I'm not going to be live for that long. But I figured I could do a little run of some of the projects. Try to swing this over here a little bit. Sorry, everything's a little bit of a mess back here. Let me turn the AC off. All right, get this out of the way. That's better. So, what are we working on? Well, we got this, which I got to cut out tomorrow. Back a little bit. I already have one shape similar to this, but some of these weren't quite sharp enough, so I want to try that again. On this one, I think we're going to cut the hammerhead out tomorrow and maybe start playing around with the Dremel just a little bit to start seeing if I can get some of the things like the mouth and everything in there. Same thing with like the gills. But I definitely want to test that out first. This is that first one. Like I said, you can see I kind of, when I was doing the router, I took too much off here. So it kind of got a much sleeker shape to it without quite getting the curves in there that I want. But I think I can still finish this one off. This is a test board. I think I want to throw a graphic on this one first. I think that I'm going to do this shark graphic that I did yesterday and see if I have just enough space. I might not. It might be too small. Might have to go for the next one. So this one I kind of like the way that is, so I might leave that the way it is. And the shark would just fit on here. Then this one I really like the shape of. I think I'm going to go for that. I think I just want to give this one more sanding down. Just a graphic fit on this guy. Nope. This one I'm going to use to kind of test out the stencils. This one and the other one that I got there. This one has a bit of a crack in it, so I can't resell it. I'd feel bad about that. So I'm just going to use that for tests. And I think this is going to be the next guitar build. So that's going to be nice. Speaking of the guitar builds, this is the progress that we have made. As you can see, the neck fits in there nice and snug. And all I got to do tomorrow is cut the head off of this. So if you picture it without the headstock up there, that's what it's going to look like right there. And the tuning pegs and everything are back on this side. You can see them there and there. Obviously, they're not fully attached. And I think these are a little too crowded. This was just kind of to make sure that I could actually get the concept to work. This is a little too high. I just want to make sure that I can move the bridge and make sure that I get the scale length correct first. But then after that, I can screw this right in and actually Dremel out, or not Dremel, but route out a little bit more of these guys. You can see that space right there, and that will fit flush right in there. I think this piece of wood I want to take and kind of shape into a tech deck. So it's like a skateboard on a skateboard type deal. But then all I got to do is get the piezo pickup, or piezo pickup, I think is how you pronounce it correctly. And that will go right underneath here, run into the back, and I think I can cut a channel out right here where that can sit. I'll have it facing this way. So you plug your pickup in, boom. The only thing that I don't like is with the tuning pegs, there's enough space this way, but I want something to protect. So I think I'm going to take this and kind of cut this shape out of there or something like that. And that's going to fit right here. I already got the holes cut, but then it will be a smaller shape and it will fit over this, which will give the tuning knobs a little bit of protection. It would be nice if I could just attach it there, but I think that's just a little too close. So, good thing that's on there so secure, but I just have that attached. I think that the next one that I want to do after this is take this same concept right here, but make this body the same as this one and actually cut a hole in there. Because at that point, what I'll be able to do is make it look like an acoustic guitar, and I should have enough space to throw one of these guys in here, which is the piezo pickup, but with a preamp. And what I can do with that is take this noise transducer that I have. And essentially what this thing does is, if you know how a speaker works, it's got like a thing that like pushes the air to make the sound vibrations that you're going to hear. That does this, but you can attach it right to a surface and it's going to shake the whole thing. So if I put it on this, it makes this a speaker. It makes this vibrate and push more air to make a louder sound. What I want to do is put it on the inside. Well, if this is the bottom. Let's say this is the guitar. Playing it here. It's going out this way. I'm going to put it on this side. And that way it should shake and make the sound and work like an acoustic guitar, but amplified. So it'll still sound like an acoustic guitar. I'll still have an acoustic guitar neck and the acoustic guitar strings. And since an acoustic guitar bridge, and since I have all of that, that's what the sound, the source sound that the piezo disc is, or piezo pickup's going to be getting. And the preamp should just make that a little bit louder, this should make it like a actual speaker. So it won't work like an acoustic guitar, but it will sound like an acoustic guitar and effectively be an acoustic guitar, and it will have all of its own power source. So, and I think the other nice thing that I can do is I can actually take this and set it up so that it has both a 1/4 inch and an 1/8 inch jack. So if you wanted, you could just use it like a speaker, like a guitar as a big speaker, or have it have a similar input as this. So you can run this out to another speaker, or you can run it back into itself, or you can just leave it off and you won't hear anything. Well, you'll hear like essentially an acoustic or an electric guitar sound. So that's the game plan, at least. Well, I'm getting so many text messages. So that's kind of the idea with that. And then really it's just finishing up the card box, which I have started, and I want to figure out a way of getting some magnets put in there to hold things shut, and potentially a spring. The only problem that I was running into with the box that I made for my friend was that the notch that actually stops it from going in and out of the box, in order to fit in there someplace, it has to move material. And what it does is it kind of separates the layers of the cards a little bit right there. And I'm worried that if you do that enough, it's going to pull the whole box apart right at that layer. So I think the goal there is going to be to make the bumps so that they can depress a little bit. I'll just put a spring in between them, and that way they can depress and extend back out so that they still catch. But we're talking real small space here. So how I'm going to be able to make that work, I'm not exactly sure, but I think I can make it happen. I still want to finish the one that I'm doing right now first, and then I can go from there with one with a spring or magnets or whatever else. The guitars are going really fast, and the cruiser boards are going really fast. It seems like, I mean, I can cut and route a skateboard out or cruiser board out, God, in like 5 minutes. So if I have like 6 boards, like in 30 minutes, I can have them all cut and routed out. It takes a little bit longer to tape them up and put the design on there, but again, that's nothing. So yeah, the guitar again, that really doesn't take very long. The longest part of the process on this so far has been the neck pocket. I think that as I go forward, what I can do is get a flat piece of wood that this can use these same bolts and bolt onto, and that will give me a nice flat surface for the router to go on. I can just have this pocket cut out so that it runs on there with no problem. And I think I can even, well, I know that I can put pieces of wood so that it can't go outside of it. Like the base plate will run into it. And that way I can really make sure that I cut just this pocket out the way that I want to. Although, honestly, cutting it pretty close and then using some sandpaper to just really get it into the perfect shape is not bad. I kind of like that a little bit more to make sure that I get it really nice and tight in there for the neck. Um, but yeah, all in all, this is coming together pretty fast. I think this pocket with the sanding. I mean, this started yesterday. All this was the shape. So I did this yesterday, and I did this today. Um, in just a couple of hours with both. So I think that I can get to the point where I have the templates um, set off to the side for these, so that if I want to make one, it's real simple. I just can um, masking tape this or painter's tape this, throw the temps down, trace them out the way that I need them to be, take all the tools downstairs. Everything that I've been using fits very comfortably in this here bus tub, so that's convenient. Um, and I should be able to just go right down, plug one thing in, drill all the holes, plug something else and route out everything that I need, plug the saw in, saw everything out that I need, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, I could probably, I think realistically get to a point where I could knock one of these guitars out in like 4 hours of dedicated work. Probably a solid hour to cutting everything out. Another hour into kind of setting everything up, making sure everything, or sanding everything. Another hour into making sure everything's set up right, finishing off, putting all the screws on correctly. And then one last hour, let's just say, like, fine tuning everything. So that's not bad. The playing cards, again, once I have a temp cut out for that, I think I can do those pretty fast. So it's looking like with a day off, if I have, it looks like at night I'll be able to set things up, do the masking tape, get all the patterns done, drawn out and everything. And then in the morning, I can just go out for like an hour or two and cut everything down that I need, or sand things down that I need. And then at night, set everything up. So that might be a good way of producing things in a nice, quick fashion here, and have the playing card boxes done fast, the skateboard cruiser decks done fast, and the skateboard guitars done pretty fast. I got to go to work a little bit earlier tomorrow, so I'm not sure I'll be able to live stream, but maybe when I get back I can. And I think that tomorrow night I would like to set these guys up, because the 8.5 that I have, which is this guy, will be the replacement for, is an old one, because I broke the last one. I've just been using it to kind of learn Casper slides. I'm real close to the Casper slides. The 8 that I have, I've already been doing Casper slides with. So actually, I think I've already taken it apart. So I just got to set this one up. And the 8.25 that I have currently riding, it's just hitting the end of its thing, end of its life. So figure I can go out and work on some Casper slides, break out some new shoes, and yeah, it should be a good day tomorrow. I think I can finish the guitar in the morning and sand down all the boards, and then maybe tomorrow night I can go get the spray paint that I need, so that Monday morning I can start spray painting and stenciling out, doing the stencils on the cruiser boards. I think that I can get a card box done, but I think that definitely by tomorrow night I can be at least testing out, playing the guitar that I made. And then I'll take that apart and use that to make the patterns that I need for the next one. But I think I could probably make a second one, cutting out all the parts, probably by Tuesday, honestly. And that'll probably be the one that I'll actually try to sell to make a little bit of money to start making another one, start doing some more projects and stuff like that. It would be nice to start doing the necks, but I know that that takes a while, and I would definitely like to be able to get some more tools before I move to that part. Because as of right now, all of the projects have been done with a handheld jigsaw, sander, router, and cord drill, which I need to get on a battery for my cordless so that I have a little bit more control. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass doing some things with the cord drill. You don't have a lot of control over the speed as you do with the electric drill. But no, I'm pretty happy. Very, very excited with this. I'm pretty sure that I can route out the holes to drop the bridge down a little bit tomorrow, and the back plate is coming for the neck. So really, I just got to cut down this little bit for the neck and screw that on, bolt that on tomorrow, and drill the holes into this so that this drops down a little bit, and throw the piezo pickup underneath and see how that works. I think that I'm just going to run it with the 5 tuning pegs for right now, just so that I can see that everything works, that I can string it and the pickups work properly tomorrow and everything. And then in the future, I can definitely fix this. Like, it's not hard. As you see, these aren't individual holes. Plus I have another veneer, so probably what I'll end up doing is actually routing this pocket just a little bit longer and taking a single veneer of hard rock maple and cutting it to the same size so it fits right into that pocket, and then just re-drilling these holes a little bit further back. And this piece was from an old skateboard anyways. Oh, thank you very much. This is, I think, the third one of these that I've been doing, and it's definitely been a learning process. But I think that I can just get another scrap piece of this wood and make these holes a little bit bigger. And maybe I'll keep this one, or if I can fix it up and get another guitar neck to throw in this, I'll try to sell this one as well. So yeah. What did I do with that? There we go. And I think as soon as I can sell this one, the next thing will be to get a new guitar neck and finish this one. I do have what's called a lipstick pickup, which I would like to use maybe on this. It would be interesting to me if I could find a way of doing both the piezo and a lipstick pickup, and then throwing a switch on there, a 3-way switch, so that I could kind of do like a bridge and a neck pickup, have the neck pickup be the lipstick pickup, and have the bridge pickup be the piezo pickup, obviously. And that way you can kind of switch in between those depending on which sound you want, or pick both of them. Obviously, that's going to take a little bit more work because it's been a minute since I've tried to do any of the wiring for the guitar harness that you need for the pods. I do have the pods and everything, but I got to make sure I get that right. And then figuring out how I would wire them into the 3-way switch would take a little bit as well. So what I'll probably do first is do one with just the lipstick pickup and not the piezo disc pickup, just because. And then after I kind of get some understanding of how to solder the pods and make the harness and everything like that correctly, the next one I can probably pretty easily figure out how to hook in the three-way switch, and hook the piezo disc up to it. And that should be pretty easy. So I think that will be not the next electric guitar. The next electric guitar will just be finishing this one up, the following one, and I think that I'll get an acoustic guitar neck and try to do the acoustic one, just because I really like how that seems like it might work. It's an interesting concept. Obviously, I'm not a luthier, so these aren't going to be the best guitars. They're going to be much more like kind of like concept pieces of artwork, but they will work as guitars if somebody wants to take them skateboarding. They'll be nice little traveling guitars, but it's definitely more just to see if I can get that to work out. So yeah, that's exciting. Maybe it would be nice if by the end of this month I could have made 3 electric guitars and 1 acoustic guitar and done about 5 of these cruiser boards. That'd be really nice. So that's just kind of an update for the night. Kind of a very short stream. I'm going to try, I think maybe tomorrow when I get back, if it's just kind of setting things up, like stringing the guitar, like doing the final parts of the setup for the guitar and stringing it and testing it out, and setting up the guitar or setting up the skateboards. I'll probably try to do a live stream for that, because that'll be a little bit of a longer process, and it'll be nice to kind of just have something on in the background. If people want to watch or talk, keep me company, that'd be great. But yeah, past that, thank you for the people that did show up for this. I know it's only like 2 people watching, but that means a lot to me. And this is also kind of how my mom keeps tabs on what's going on with me. So hi Mom, glad you're watching. Glad I got the chance to talk to you today. And also I will try to get some skateboard clips up pretty soon. Everyone have a good night, and see you guys tomorrow.